Hey developers, welcome to the world of development. This is my second video in which I am going to explain you how to create a relationship between a parent to child component. In my earlier video I have already explained how to create a relationship between child to parent. If you have not visited that video, then please go and visit that video again. It will help you to understand how to create a relationship between parent to child and child to parent. Link will be provided in the description. So here I have already taken one example where I am going to pass ID from parent component to child component, and based on the ID we will be getting filtering some data from the array, and then we are going to show those values to the component file component.html in child component. So here you can see I have already written some code in HTML where I am going to show some data for this batter and topping, and again I'm also going to print some table header for this name and PPU. I have created a demo array over here that you can see over here, and based on this ID I'm going to filter from the parent component, because from parent component I'm going to pass this ID as an input parameter, and my all things is into the child component. So here we are creating a dependent component, which is this child component depend on the parent component. Here you can see, since we are using here @input parameter, this selected ID. So selected ID is nothing but here this input property is variable name. Once this selected ID will get some value, then based on that value we are filtering that data from the dummy data and passing that data whatever we are getting based on this condition into the selected data, and then in this selected data we are displaying here all the items whatever is displayed over here. Now since in child component we are using @input parameter, that means this child component is expecting a data into this selected ID as an input parameter. So here we can see this is the selector of that child. This selected ID is nothing but your input parameter name, input variable name. This selected ID is a variable name which is I am passing from here. I have kept it default value as a 0. Now I am going to change this selected ID's value based on the selection of this drop down. So I have already kept these three options: donut, mango and apple, which is available in this array. See, you can see over here donut, mango and apple, and this is the unique ID that I am going to pass from the parent component. Now since once we will pass this ID, if ID will be available, data will be present on the HTML page, and if value will not be available, then data will not be present on the HTML page in child component, that means over here. So here let's take one example. Let's see here I have already run one command ngSor, which is already running over here. See, this is my parent component and this is the selection that I have made with the help of this HTML component. Now see, if I am selecting donut, data is displaying over here. This is the console that I have kept in child component. So just to get the confirmation, once I am getting some data into this selected ID, I am printing that over here. See, 001. Now if I will change it to apple, see, data is changing now. If I am selecting this select option, that means the data is not available into the array, that's why nothing is displaying over here. So at that input becomes more, and I'll say any developer who is working in the Angular, he must be using day-to-day life @input and @out parameter just to interact between or among the component. We have also another ways, by for example we can also use behavior subject or services to interact between or among the component. That I will create a next video, and in that I will explain you. Please do not forget to subscribe, share and comment on this video. Thank you so much.